Satan and the Monk. The wind moaned through the pines like a lamentation as Brother Aelfric knelt before his humble cell, the flickering candlelight casting quivering shadows on the rough-hewn walls. The forest pressed close around him, a fortress of ancient pines and whispering leaves. Here, far from the clamor of the world, the monk sought only communion with the Almighty. Yet the silence he craved became the stage for another presence, one wrapped in smoke-decked wings and crowned with infernal horns. It began one storm-lashed night when the thunder rolled like war drums and the candle guttered low. Brother Aelfric, his prayer book open upon his lap, felt the room cool as though winter itself had found its way into his cell. A shape materialized in the corner, a hulking silhouette, red as the embers of Gehenna, eyes blazing like molten gold. He did not lash out with fire, nor did he speak with the roar of the damned. Instead, that first encounter was strange and hushed. Satan, cloaked in the familiar but chiseled features of perversion, spoke in steady, cultured tones. "Why do you flee from your brethren?" the devil asked, voice soft as velvet. "You who profess love for your kind." Aelfric's heart thundered, but he held his ground. "I fled to serve God in solitude," he murmured, voice trembling. "To cleanse my sins in prayer." Satan's lips curved in a mockery of compassion. "And yet here you sit, surrounded by silence. Is not silence the devil's domain too?" And with that, he dissipated like oil trapped by water, leaving the monk with the echo of his own breath and the tremor of doubt in his soul. Night after night, the arguments resumed. By candlelight, they pored over dusty tomes, Holy Writ and patristic commentaries stacked like ramparts. Satan challenged, "Is not every commandment a chain upon the spirit? You bind yourself with rules and laws," Aelfric retorted, reading Matthew 4:10. "Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve," voice ringing like a clarion. It is not bondage, but liberty that comes through obedience to the one who gave us life. At times, the conversation took a darker turn. The demon leaned close, breath reeking of sulfur. "The Almighty's judgments are swift and severe. Remember Revelation 12:10. The accuser of our brethren is cast down, yet he still accuses them day and night." Aelfric's knuckles whitened around his rosary. "Accuser or not, you have no authority here. Submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you." James 4:7. Yet Satan remained, his form flickering but unbroken. Each retreat felt temporary, like embers glowing beneath. Months passed, and the pilgrimage of debate became ritual. At midnight, Satan appeared once more, leaning against a shelf heavy with exegesis. His glowing eyes betrayed both respect and derision. Aelfric, seated across a rough-hewn table, opened his book. "Let us discuss Romans 16:20. The God of peace shall bruise Satan under your feet shortly. Do you not fear defeat?" Satan's laugh was low, almost affectionate. "Defeat is merely a new strategy. I have walked that path of humble service, brother. I know the heart's hidden chambers." Aelfric closed the Bible with firm resolve. "I trust in the Lord's promise, not in your cunning. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world." Chapter 4, verse 4. And so their discourse continues, neither vanquished nor yielding. The monk's faith has been tempered like steel in the furnace of temptation. The demon's cunning has been challenged by holy fire. Outside, the forest sleeps, yet within that humble cell, war rages in shadows and whispered theology. For Brother Aelfric knows this truth. Victory over Satan is not a single moment of triumph, but a lifetime of steadfast resistance. And Satan, the father of lies, John 8:44, remains ever present, sharpening his arguments against the light. Their conversation endures as proof that faith, once tested, can shine brightest in the darkness. Over weeks, the meetings transformed from suspicion to a grim ritual. At first, Aelfric stood, trembling, clutching his rosary. But over time, he found his voice firming, his conviction sharpening like a blade. He challenged the Prince of Lies. "Do you mock me, spirit? Do you think me so weak? It is in this cell, in these vows, that I stand unbroken." Satan leaned forward, the candlelight revealing the cruel beauty of his countenance. "Brother, you mistake my purpose. I do not merely tempt, I provoke. I seek to see what lies beneath the devoted heart." His eyes glowed with an infernal curiosity. "Tell me, Aelfric, what would you do if God himself abandoned you?" Silence thundered between them. Aelfric's knuckles whitened around the Bible's spine. "If God abandoned me," he spat, "then I would cling to his promise nonetheless." The demon laughed, a sound like rattling chains. "You speak of promises as though they are unbreakable. But I have known prophets who fell, visionaries who betrayed, hearts once radiant now seared with regret." And so the monk and the demon argued. Page by page of scripture unfolded like a battlefield map. The piles of books around them, dusty tomes of Augustine, battered commentaries of Aquinas, served as silent witnesses to this unholy colloquy. They spoke of salvation and ruin, of mercy and vengeance, of the fine line between faith's glory and fanaticism's abyss. Satan kept appearing to the old monk for several years until his death. Satan knew he could not fracture the monk's beliefs and faith, but he realized in his twisted, evil brain that wisdom is certainly power. Satan also secretly admired the monk, even though he tried to convert him. In the coming months, we will explore deeper into the conversations that Satan and the monk had by candlelight. We will see and hear the battle between good and evil, with much of the lines blurred. Join us next time on Satan and the Monk.